10 questions and answers about the potential energy crisis. What is an energy crisis? An energy crisis is a situation where the demand of energy exceeds the available supply, leading to shortage, price spikes, and economic disruption. 2. What are the main causes of potential future energy crisis? The primary causes include depleting fossil fuel reserves, growing global population and energy demand, climate change impacts of energy production and distribution, geopolitical tensions and conflicts over energy resources. 3. How will climate change affect energy production and consumption? Climate change can cause more extreme weather events such as droughts and hurricanes, disrupting energy infrastructure, or additional rising sea levels threatening coastal power plants. What are some of the potential consequences of energy crisis? Consequences include economic recession, inflation, social unrest, supply chain disruption, increased reliance on less sustainable energy resources or energy sources. 5. What role does the transition to renewable energy play in addressing the energy crisis? The transition to renewable energy is seen as a key solution. It can reduce reliance on fossil fuels, mitigate climate change, and create new jobs. What are the challenges in transitioning to renewable energy? Challenges include high upfront costs, intermittency of renewable energy sources like solar and wind, lack of adequate infrastructure, political resistance. 7. How can energy efficiency help mitigate the energy crisis? Energy efficiency measures such as improving insulation in buildings and using more efficient appliances can reduce overall energy demand and help alleviate the crisis. 8. What is the role of nuclear energy in addressing the energy crisis? Nuclear energy is a low carbon source of electricity, but concerns about safety, waste disposal, and proliferation have limited in widespread adoption. How can international cooperation help address the energy crisis? International cooperation is essential for sharing best practices, investing in research and development, and coordinating global efforts to transition to cleaner energy sources. 10. What can individuals do to help mitigate the energy crisis? Individuals can contribute by conserving energy at home, supporting renewable energy initiatives, choosing energy efficient products, advocating for climate policies. What is free energy? Free energy is a term often used in discussions about renewable energy and perpetual motion, but it's important to understand that it doesn't mean energy that is completely free. In the context of physics, free energy typically refers to a Gibbs free energy, which is a measure of the maximum amount of work that can be obtained from a thermodynamic system and constant temperature and pressure. However, in popular culture, free energy often refers to the idea of getting unlimited energy from the system without any external input. This concept is often associated with devices or systems that claim to produce more energy than they consume, violating the law of thermodynamics. What hasn't free energy been developed? The concept of energy, as it's often understood in popular culture, is fundamentally at odds with the law of thermodynamics. This law states that energy cannot be created or destroyed, only converted from one form to another. Additionally, the efficiency of any energy conversion process is always less than 100% due to losses from heat and friction. Here are the main reasons why free energy machines, as typically imagined, have not been developed. Law of thermodynamics. The first law of thermodynamics states that energy cannot be created or destroyed, and the second law states that the entropy of a closed system always increases over time. Any device that claims to produce more energy than it consumes could violate these fundamental laws. Lack of scientific evidence. Despite numerous claims and demonstrations, no device has ever been proven to produce more energy than a consumer under controlled conditions. Measuring standings of physics. Many concepts related to free energy are based on misunderstandings of basic physics principles, economic and political factors. The development of truly free energy sources could disrupt existing energy markets and economies, leading to significant economic and political challenges. In a sense, the concept of free energy is often present is more of a myth than a reality. While there is ongoing research into renewable energy sources that can provide clean and sustainable energy, these sources still require energy inputs and are subject to the law of thermodynamics. It's important to be skeptical of any claims of perpetual motion of free energy that defy the basic laws of physics. Reading a book. 4. Share. We define sharing as the personal giving of what you own to someone else without requiring anything in return. We like to use the word share with kids and teens because they can identify with it more than giving or charity. Sharing is the more than just giving away money. Kids learn to share their toys or food with their friends before they start giving money to feed someone in a foreign country. Sharing is the best thought by helping your kids first share with a friend or family member, then someone in their neighborhood or community, then someone nationality or globally. It's a process. You cannot give your kids money for free and then ask them to give your money away. That's not charity. That's them allocating your capital. For them to learn to be generous, your kids need to take a portion of their hard-earned money and willingly give it away. This is exactly why we have a safe spend and share account for each kid in dinner table. They have to make money first and then learn to part with it to create value for others. In the dinner table app, we have created a spend list of a dozen expenses that parents should be passing on their kids so that the kids can learn financial habits at home, such as planning, trade-offs, and exchange of value. See House Rule Chapter 4. A kid has to know how many home gigs they have to do in order to earn enough money to buy sport equipment. It often makes them decide on the cheaper version, and they will appreciate more. One of my favorite expenses of the expense list and birthday present for your kids' friends. How many times have you paid for a gift for your kid's friend for their birthday party? You wrapped it. You got the card. You had your kid sign it, and you even put it the card because they forgot. Then they will bring to the party and throw it on the table and forget all about it. Half of the time, your kids don't even know what the gift was. This is not sharing and it is not generosity, but what if your kids had to use their hard-earned money and choose a great present for their friend? buy it, and help arrive it. When your kid goes to the party, they will be so proud of the present that they will go right up to the kid and give them the gift and say, I got this for you myself. Open it. The joy of they get from this type of giving is powerful and unforgettable, and you, as a parent, have set them up for life to be thoughtful in how they share a gift to the people in their lives. Sharing is a muscle that's built over time, and sharing can only be taught by a mindset of abundance rather than scarcity. You have to believe that tomorrow will be better than today. You have to believe that there is more than enough to go around. You have to believe that you are a value creator. Last month, Rick Carhalainen, my youth pastor, passed away after a long battle with cancer. Rick was of the most formative people in my life, and he taught me more about sharing and generosity than anyone. Almost every month between the age of 12 or to 16, Rick would take my friends and me to feed the homeless in downtown Seattle, Washington. We would pack an entire trailer full of tuna fish, sandwich, coffee, cookies, fruits, and clothes. We could drive 2 hours to Occidental Park, nicknamed Jurassic Park because of all the drugs and violence, and we could set up shop all night long. It was always cold and always a struggle for us, but it was nothing compared to what these people were going through. We fed between 300 or 400 homeless people there throughout the night, learning their names, giving out clothes, praying for them, connecting them to local shelter, and giving toys to anyone with kids. One time I even took my own socks for an older man who needed them after we had run out. I could not be grateful for what time and for Rick, who invested so much to teach us the value of sharing. You make a living by what you get, but you make a living by what you give. Much of my family gives today our charitable trust is because of time. Thank you, Rick. Sharing and generosity come from a place of gratitude and thankfulness for what you have, combined with an understanding that you can use that you have to create value for someone else. This is the true superpower of a value creation kit. Instead of doubting themselves, playing the victim, or being an entitled kid who takes from everyone else, the value creation kit has the confidence or capability to create so much value for themselves or others than it overflows into the lives of everyone they meet. He or she is a joy to be around. If you want to begin the process of helping your kids learn to share, start local, and move out, first help them find a family member or friend to help. Then find someone to help in your school or community. Then find a local charity that they care about and volunteer on Saturday afternoon. Don't just give money to them. Get your hands dirty and try to get as close to the front lines as possible. After that, think about a national or global charity to support or even plan family mission trip.